poor thing. But anyhow, so I have been in health and wellness since I was 19. I started off as a group fitness instructor. I've taught everything you can imagine under the sun. As far as group fitness, I've done a lot of personal training over the years. And then most recently in the last 2013, my husband and I actually own our own CrossFit gym, and we've gotten our CrossFit level 1 and level 2 certification. So on a regular daily basis, we talk about nutrition and health, and we have people walking into our gym every day that have got a different protein or a different pre-workout or a different post-workout. And if they're not asking us the questions, they're already going to GNC and buying something. So now it's like, if they do come to us, we do have something that we can offer them that we use and that we like and appreciate ourselves. But we don't push it at our gym, just so you know, we don't have anything set up. Hey guys, if you can mute your lines, that'd be great. Alicia's phone. I don't know how to mute them. But anyhow, so if you guys can mute your lines, that'd be great. So anyhow, and so now we have products, a full line of products to offer people. And I'll be honest with you guys, this is one of the things that turned me on about Isagenix, is the fact that we don't have just a solution for people for weight loss. We have the energy, we have the performance, and we have the healthy aging. So that was one of the big things that turned me on about Isagenix. So a couple of the things, I got quite a list of things from Julia of questions that she had. But what I'm going to do is just start to kind of go through the products. And so along the way, I think I'll answer most of these questions, but there were some specifically that I will go back to. I'm going to try and keep this quick and short and sweet for you guys too. Okay, so let's just start with the Amped Hydrate. The Amped Hydrate comes in these great sticks. There's lemon, lime, orange, and grape. They're fantastic. I tell people this is like a good Gatorade. If you have kids that are in sports, this is fantastic for kids in sports. If you do hot yoga, another great thing. This is something, yeah, Ryan. You know, and that's the thing too, you guys. This is great for any mothers that are nursing, pregnant. This is great to stay hydrated. It's super important when you're nursing, which I nursed 2 babies. This would have been awesome to help you stay hydrated, okay? If you have people that are trying to get off of soda pop and juice, this is another great healthy alternative too. So it comes in the sticks or comes in the canisters. I love the Hydrate. It's just full of your electrolytes. It helps to replenish everything. This is something you drink typically during your workout, like while you're working out. Or, you know, throughout the day. And at our Super Saturday, there was a gentleman that raised his hand and he's like, you know, I have a very physical activity or work, and he drinks a Hydrate all day long. That's perfect, you guys. So you just got to figure out how it works for you. But for kids, it's fantastic to get them off of like Gatorade and other sports drinks. All right. Okay. So, and then a big one that we are going to talk about, which is in the Amped line, but not really, is our eShot. But this is one thing that I absolutely love, 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 love is our eShots. We've got the apple, the lemon lime, and the raspberry. 3 flavors. When I started, there was just the apple pomegranate. So that's my number one and go-to. My husband likes them cold. I don't care. It doesn't matter. It's 2 ounces. It's no big deal. It's just an easy little bottle. This little guy that goes everywhere. They're always in my purse and all these other places. What this is the nectar of agave, you guys. It's 85 milligrams of caffeine in these. So it's just a little bit less than a 12-ounce cup of coffee. Okay, so the eShots are fantastic. Great pre-workout, great thing for just you want focus, better mental clarity, things like that. This is what your eShot's going to do. One of the questions Julie had is, what's the major difference between an eShot and a 5-hour energy? Because that's what people see a lot in Costco and Meijer and Target and all those places are those 5-hour energies, right? Grocery stores and things of that nature. Yeah, eShots are Carrie's favorite for sure. But so the big difference, you guys, is like all of our products, nothing synthetic, okay, in these. So there's not, what I'll explain to people is, because people hear synthetic and it's like, meh, is that there's no big spike in your energy level and then no big crash, no big letdown. This is just like, I say to people, it's like I'm a horse in a parade and you put blinders on me and I am just I know where I'm going, I know what I'm doing, I'm driving, okay? So like when that January jolt hit, hello, you know, you got to focus, right? And you wanted to get those 12 enrollments. So these bad boys, we went through quite a few in January, but they're totally worth it. They're great. I love the eShot. So that's the big difference between those and no big drop, nothing synthetic. Okay. No artificial colors, dyes, or sweeteners. All right. It's a fantastic product. I mean, I was nervous to try it at first, but it's fantastic. Okay. So the next one I'll talk to you guys about is the Recover. So your Recover is your BCAAs. So this is your branched chain amino acids, stuff that's already naturally occurring in your body and in your muscles. What this helps to do is to bring back the stuff that we've torn down during our workout, okay? So this is your post-workout. You can drink it all day long too. I know Lori, one of Carrie's best friend, drinks it all day long. She's a huge runner and she has a lot of muscle tear and wear and breakdown. And so she drinks to recover all day long. Plus she loves the flavor. It's a raspberry lemonade flavor. It's delicious. But one of the questions that Julie had is, when do I do between these two, right? So the hydrate is like during your workout, it's just your electrolytes replacing this. This is your BCAAs, to recover your muscles, okay? So where you've torn them down and you've broken them down, this is where it's gonna help to come back in and replenish those cells, deliver better nutrients to them and help feed the muscles again, okay? That's your recover. This is a very, very clean BCAA. There's a lot of them out on the market that you can find at the big box stores and stuff like that. Very, very clean product. Again, no artificial colors, dyes, sweeteners, nothing synthetic. They do tons of research into their AMPed line because it is such a big, big industry and there's so many people out there using this stuff, okay? So the next one I'll go to is our AMPed Power. Love our AMPed Power, fantastic product. When I started, this was the only pre-workout we had. This is your pre-workout. Okay, so with your AMPed Power, you're gonna find creatine and nitrosamine in it, okay? And it also has the L-citrulline, and which helps increase blood flow. So creatine, you guys, everybody hears that and they think of like this like huge woman and like crazy and all this stuff. And they're doing a little more than creatine, okay? Creatine is naturally found in all of our bodies. Yes, women too. We have this as well. We have muscles. We have creatine in our bodies. It's naturally occurring. So what we want to do is before we start a workout where we're going to break down muscles, we want to increase that and prepare the muscles for that breakdown, okay? So what it's going to do is just help you to push more, okay, is what that's going to do. Creatine is one of the like most research products out there in the performance world and industry, okay? So I just want to tell you that honestly, it's good for men and women. This has no caffeine in it. It's a cherry berry flavor. It's 1 scoop before you go work out, okay? So this is your AMPed Power. Now I'll go right into the newest product, which is everyone's favorite, is our AMPed Nitro, okay, you guys? These are very similar from the base, the Power and the Nitro, okay? They're both a pre-workout. The major difference is this guy, the Nitro, has 100 milligrams of caffeine in it, okay? Now the caffeine, just so you know, is from, it's taurine, and it's also caffeine from tea leaves. So not like much different than drinking a glass of tea.
Just leave it.
So 100 milligrams of caffeine, okay, you guys? And then the E-Shot's 85 milligrams. One question I've gotten before too is, can I have both? You can have both. This is still under 200 milligrams of caffeine, which the average person consumes anywhere from 200 to 250 milligrams of caffeine. But know your body. I would say start by just trying the Nitro before a workout and see how your body reacts before you do both, okay? I will be honest, I do both. I like them a lot. So I absolutely love the Nitro. The big thing with the Nitro versus the Power you're going to see is they both have nitrosamine, both have L-citrulline. What are some of the other notes I put? The Nitro is watermelon flavor. It's like a watermelon Jolly Rancher. It has beta-alanine in it. So if you guys look and you turn around and you look at your thing at the bottle right here, it has kerosene is what it says. And it's a natural occurring amino acid is what this is, okay? It helps to inhibit buildup of lactic acid. Lactic acid comes from when we're doing a workout and we're pumping, and those muscle fibers are building up lactic acid in our muscles, okay? It's the burn. This helps prevent that burn from happening as fast so you can push just a little bit more, get a little bit more out of your workout than what you would have been. So you can just fuel your body a little bit differently. It also has betaine in it, and betaine is a cellular hydration. Hydration is huge. We have to stay hydrated, right? So this has a hydration formula. So this is great for everybody. You're endurance athletes, so you're people that are running doing triathlons, running marathons, long bike rides. This is great, especially if they want a little caffeine source, okay? And I will tell you the big thing with caffeine source, you guys, is it's going to just increase your focus. Again, it's kind of like the E-Shot too. It's going to increase your focus, your mental clarity. You're going to want to get the job done. Okay, so I really, really like the Nitro. It's just absolutely fabulous. I could really dive into all the science talk. I love all that stuff. I will tell you guys, in both of their products with the creatine, they use what, and it's actually right on the back that is CreaPure. CreaPure is it's an ultra pure creatine source. Okay, tons of research into that creatine. And so it's a creatine monohydrate. And so it's one of the best ones. So they've got products in here with the Nidrosogene and the CreaPure that are patented formula. Like, it's only available to Isagenix. And again, no artificial colors, dyes, sweeteners, nothing synthetic. Another thing that Julie asked me to hit on is the Informed Sport Certified. All of our products are, oops. Holly, can you mute your line? What Informed Sport Certified, you guys, means is it's a voluntary certification program, and it helps to regulate and test for banned substances. So what this company does is they come in and they test all of these products for quality. And what they're testing for is 160 different banned substances. And they're saying that our products do not have that. And also what we say is on the label, you actually get, which is huge because a lot of companies don't have that. So that's saying that we've got the Winter Olympics coming up, Lindsey Vonn, Shaun White. They can use all of our products and then go get their blood or their urine tested or however it is that they test for the Olympic athletes, and they test clean. Okay, you guys, that's huge, 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 because not all companies have this. Okay, so Informed Sport Certified is fantastic, and the fact that Isagenix went that extra step to take their performance products that much further, I think is fantastic. Another product that they have is called the AMP, is your AMP Knox, okay? AMP Knox, I think it says Garden Blend. It's Garden Blend. It literally tastes kind of like garden, okay? So what I want to do talk about with you with the AMP Knox is it delivers nitrogen, or it's a nitric oxide production. It's efficient. It just helps you with better efficient training and exercise, okay? A lot of people actually take this the night before. So this is not a pre-workout where like the Nitro is going to give you that pump and that caffeine and that 100 milligrams and all that stuff. It's going to give you the creatine. This is not. All this is going to do is increase blood flow, okay? Increase the oxygen that we get to our blood flow for a better duration of a workout. I know a lot of people absolutely love this and wish they would have started it a lot earlier. It's one of those things where if you've got like a big, like the Ragnar race, which like Jen DeWolf does, and a few other things like that, if you've got one of those big races coming up, you don't want to just start using it the night before. You want to use it like a week or two ahead of time. And even especially once you get into like those heavier training days, the Knox is fantastic. Again, a 2-ounce little bottle, you know, the gluten-free, soy-free, dairy-free a product as well. Very easy to get and put anywhere you can. I love this. It was one of the questions between this and Nitro. They are different. This would be like the night before, the day before, or like the morning of a big workout. This is just going to be your pre-workout with your creatine, again, to help with the muscle pump and the fatigue and stuff like that. And then also obviously with the Nitro having that 100 milligrams of caffeine, which is like a 12-ounce cup of coffee. Okay. All right. Amped fuel packs. These little guys, all you triathletes and marathon runners, you guys need to have these. These are fantastic. They can stick right in your little pouches or wherever you store little things like this. There's 90 calories in this. There are carbohydrates in them. Super important to have all that in there. Gluten-free, soy-free, dairy-free, all that stuff. And they take this from apple puree and is where it's sourced from. So it's the jelly sugar stuff. So a lot of the athletes, the long distance runners, this is for you guys. Okay. These are the AMP fuel packets. One thing that Julie didn't ask me about that I think we all kind of overlook nowadays. Oh my gosh, you guys, the AMP protein bars, they're amazing. A lot of times you're going to find with some of your athletes, they're very concerned about sugar. The sugar in these is a lot lower than our meal replacement bars. Okay. There's only 4 grams of sugar. This is that new strawberry one. There's only 4 grams of sugar in this, and then 28 grams of protein. So they're going to want a bigger protein source. Okay. These are great snacks for kids, or like not kids, but like teenagers that are trying to build muscle. Great snack to throw into their lunch or throw in their bag, something like that. And not a lot of sugar, so they don't get a big spike of sugar and go into class and sit there and like want to, you know, be a crazy person. Right. Okay. So these are fantastic. I don't know what else I can say about these. There's only 5 grams of fat in these, 230 calories. But the biggest difference I noticed between these and our meal replacements bars is the sugar level's down and the protein is way up. It's definitely a different, stickier consistency, but it's more like a typical protein bar, okay? But I just wanted to bring those up because those are fantastic. One other thing that a lot of the athletes will ask you guys about is the IsaPro. Okay, the IsaPro, for the people that are like, oh my gosh, your guys' shakes have carbs. You guys, yes, they have carbs. It's the perfect meal replacement. Isagenix prides themselves in our meal replacements of these guys, like our Isoline Pro and our Isoline of being the 40-30-30. You need sugar. Your body needs carbs. It's the right sugar. It's from apples and beets. It's not from anything else. And you do need that. So that's a big argument. You're going to get some of the athletes, especially some of the like people that are trying to train for like physique shows. They're probably going to go like, oh, that's just not a good product for me, Lisa. And I have gotten that, by the way. Well, I say, oh, well, did you know I've got this thing called an IsaPro, which has 18 grams of protein and 0 carbs. So yeah, no, 2 grams of carbs, 1 gram of sugar in it. So this is more like a traditional protein shake. This would be like an after workout. I just want another source of protein. And it also is our bedtime belly buster. Okay. Another great shake that if you are going for more higher protein days, this would be a great shake to have before bedtime because it doesn't have the carbs, but it has, like, if you just want the shake, you don't worry about the bedtime belly buster part. You just want another source of great protein before you go to bed, because when you are trying to build muscle, you do need more protein. Okay. Our bodies do need it. It's going to break down. So we got to replenish it and refill it back up. Okay. That was a big thing that Julie had mentioned too. So I do like our IsaPro. It doesn't taste as good as our other shakes, but it's the right purpose. It's the right reason. One thing I will touch on with you guys too is the Isoline Pro shake. I am a huge fan of the Isoline Pro shakes. 36 grams of protein. And sometimes you hear some people say, oh, women can only have 20 to 30 grams of protein per serving. That's not true. That's not true. Our bodies can absorb a ton of protein. Okay. The grams per body weight ratio is double. So it's okay. So women, don't be afraid to try this shake. Okay. Even losing weight, you still will. However, if you are wanting to build more muscle, I would highly recommend that you're using the Isoline Pro. I actually just talked to Annie Adams today, and we made a whole little game plan for her because she actually wants to gain muscle and gain muscle mass in her 16-week challenge. So we have a whole little game plan for her. She did not have this. She's going to now. One of the things that she had mentioned too is any men over like 200-ish pounds probably are going to want the Isoline Pro shake because they might complain that they're not as full. A lot of your triathletes and your long endurance athletes, you guys, they're burning 4,000-ish calories a day. Okay. A lot. They're burning a lot of calories. When they have those hard, long training days, they're going to be hungry and they're going to need to eat more. One of the things I do talk about with some of my long distance athletes is that you may want to do the opposite of what we always talk about. Is so actually have the shakes as their snacks. Okay. So they're having 3 meals and they're having the shakes as snacks, particularly one of these guys right after workout, and then Isoline Pro shake. Okay. After their workouts, 280 grams of, or 280 calories, 36 grams of protein, still lots of good fiber and all the good stuff that we have, and still the 40-30-30 rule that Isagenix sticks by. So I really, really like the Isoline Pro. This is actually what I use on a regular basis now. The first 3 months, I use the Isoline, and I've switched to the Pro, and I love the Pro. It makes a bigger, fluffier shake too. I just really like it. Let's see, weightlifting. What shakes and products? I would go back to saying having them use the Isoline Pro, and then finding out if they need a pre-workout with caffeine, with the nitro, or do they want it without? My husband actually likes it without. He does the Amped Power. I will tell you though, he does do the e-shots though, but he likes the Amped Power himself. He thinks it's just the right amount of creatine and everything else for him to help his muscles recover from his workouts and have a better pump throughout his workout. Okay. So it just depends on what they're going to want. Okay. Let's see. Is that the only, what'd you say? Is that the only difference from the Power to the nitro? Yeah, really the difference, the biggest difference between the Power and the nitro is the caffeine source, Ryan. It is. Yep. That's it, buddy. They've got the biggest thing. That's just, if you go down and if you look at it, the energy matrix is taurine and caffeine. And I wrote a note about taurine and what it does. I just can't remember where my note is. But Yeah, that's actually just the biggest difference is that's it. So, it just depends if people want. I think it's great though that we do have 2 different options because there's not everybody wants a caffeine source at all. Like I have a girl that was super excited that we just had this. The AMP Nitro has more beta alanine too. Oh yeah, it does. Yep, that's the other nitro. That's the other, yep, beta alanine. Yep, those are the 2 differences. Which the beta alanine is going to be the amino acid, which helps inhibit the lactic acid, like we already talked about. So yeah. So that's the biggest differences, you guys. I think I hit them all. I know it's a lot of stuff, and I didn't want to keep you guys on here too long. If you have any questions, please feel free to unmute your lines and ask me. Julie, did I get all your questions particularly?
You know what? Can I just ask one more with regards to the
yeah,
like teens? They there's some kids that just want to build muscle. They're working out and they just can't gain weight. Is it okay for them to have the IsaPro, or should they do the Isoline with the Whey Pro in there, or what?
I would say if they want it for meal replacement, to do the Isoline Pro, but a lot of kids aren't going to replace the whole meal. They're going to burn a lot. So this would probably be like a post-workout shake or a right before bedtime shake for them to have instead of some other snack. Yep. And then the other thing I was going to let you guys know is, I will be honest with you, I am not an expert in any of this stuff, but I research a ton of it, okay? Harry will send for me, and I listen to the podcasts all the time that IsaPro puts out there, you guys. If you're not on using their podcast, it's a great resource. If you're not already, please dive into their podcast. They have everything you can imagine. You can go back and search old podcasts from a couple years ago and pull up some information. Just find like your key items, type it in, and you can hear everything. So I really, really, really like their podcast. I honestly, in my car, I don't listen to music. I listen to their podcast. There's so much information and so much going on with this company. And I like to stay up on it. And I find for me, that's the best way for me to do it, is to use the podcast. Yeah. So I just wanted to kind of let you guys know that that's what I do for a lot of my research, is the podcast.
Hey, Lisa.
Yeah.
I see you're recording this. Where is it going to be posted so I can there's somebody I want to watch this?
You betcha. I think Julie will let you know that it'll probably go actually onto Justin and Hillary's page is what Hillary, because Hillary knows about it being recorded. Okay. So it will probably go on the justinandhillarycourtney.com.
Okay, great. Thank you.
You're welcome. Anybody else have a question I can help you out with?
Lisa, thank you so much for your time, though. I mean, I know we threw a lot of stuff at you, and some of the stuff
like an hour ago.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Everybody has to know I gave Lisa these questions like an hour before, and then I could get this stuff to work. So, okay. Thank you for the time.
You're welcome. If anybody else has anything, please feel free to reach out. And I'd like to help you guys out. Don't shy away from your athletes, you guys. When you find people that are athletes, don't shy away from them with this nutrition, you guys. It's fantastic. They are people that are already doing something. Give them a better option. That's all I got to say. Give them a better option, okay? Give them the best option. How's that? All right. I'll see you guys later. Let me know if you have any questions.
Great job, Lisa.
All right, bye, guys.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Bye.